like this little marble race, and you have to pick a color and see if it wins. Put the color of your choice in the chat. So I'll pick blue. Tyler said red, Nika said green, blue, yellow. Let's go then. Come on, blue. Come on. There's always one leading, and then eventually, like, the last one catches up. Isn't that like so hypnotizing? I don't know why, I'm just staring at it like this, being absorbed. I swear I didn't even cheat. I didn't look before. I made sure I did not. Okay, so who was that? Wait, blue, pink, and then green and yellow. Well done, the blues. Who was that? Helena and Heles, Takwa, Mahmoud. Well done, everyone. The first one is tech doping. It's basically the use of equipment or technology to give athletes an unfair advantage. Aerodynamics. This is the study of how air moves around objects. Emily, did you have a specific example perhaps to give us for rowing?
The shape of the boat is really hydrodynamic, and usually the weight of the crew, so the people, will be considered when choosing a boat, because it needs to have like the least amount of surface in the water as possible.
We've got another example, which is ski jumping. I'm so baffled by this. I mean, I would not want to do this. It's just a free fall. And essentially, they rely a lot on the lift. So the shape of the suit will affect how much air they can catch. So in Taekwondo specifically, we've got sensors that are put inside of like the body protectors or even magnetic socks that will help replace subjective judging. So the NFL, they're actually using those RFID sensors. They're sensors, and they're actually embedded in the players' shoulder pads. They emit 15 signals per second, and they allow everyone to track position, speed, and direction.
It depends, I think, maybe on the sport. I think sports that are just time-based, running, rowing, speed climbing, swimming, like these things are just based on time. But things with more points, maybe
like, depending on how good the system is, that's making the judgment. Because if it's like a good system that could, like, I guess look if someone like cheated somehow, like very deeply and analyze, or if it's like a faulty system, right?
I think maybe with sports like making decisions under pressure, I think maybe depending on the sport, but for referees, for example, it maybe makes it slightly more objective if you give it a set of rules.
Yeah, I guess what you can take into account is like human emotions as well, because I guess a machine would not have that, and it will, from there, it would like make unbiased decisions.
But I definitely do think it could help us, under pressure, for sure.
I feel like soccer is like the example that we kind of gave. Like, I feel like anything where it wouldn't be very straightforward.
Or from soccer, I definitely think like fighting sports, say like MMA. I definitely think a referee might be better in assessment, and say like someone's in a chokehold, the referee needs to be there and seeing whether he taps out, whether he let out, just passes out.
Yeah.
I think in those times, I think there needs to be a big presence of a human referee, just because I think it's very in the moment. And in those moments, it could be life or death, because, it's dangerous. Someone's in a chokehold, you have to make sure when to call it quits and all that. So
the ref has to be ready to step
in. In fighting sports, I think it's very important, at least in my opinion, to have.
I agree with that. I think with more logic, like very short factual things, machine can be better. better, I think, when it comes to the more nuanced things than it can be a little bit with us.
I think, yeah, again, when it comes to fouls, like in soccer, football, there's always the factors of like, was it intentional? Was it not intentional? You know?
Yeah. I guess also another risk with systems with any bias put into it. Like you could pretty easily get a system to be a little bit more biased to one another.
Yeah, there's always the factors like the bias. I guess the system doesn't really have like, I guess the emotional aspect behind it, saying like, well, no, the ball was
definitely.
Like, it was offside, so it is what it is.
Definitely.
There's pros and cons to both, I think right now, how we have it right now, where it's like we have a little bit of the system, but we also have a little bit of the human referee. I think it's good.
I think despite like it removes bias and maybe it has like faster decisions, I think like maybe like there are some like limitations. Maybe like it would make like mistakes, because even nowadays AI is making like silly mistakes, right? And it's being very confident with it. But like imagine that in like maybe like a football match or whatever. Like maybe AI might misinterpret something.
The only negative is possibly like implicit bias with AI, but I don't think that's more than the human alternative.
The main topic we talked about was that AI referees, I guess, could be a little helpful when it comes to like eliminating the human bias, right? But we talked about also having like technical limitations as well.
It's very dependent on the sport and the situation. So like in a sport like soccer, using technology, using AI or a computer can be really helpful to tell, okay, did the ball go out? But then when it comes to fouls, where there's a lot more kind of nuance and it's not as straightforward as just yes or no, a referee is important to have.
Yes, definitely. As human beings, we're much better at seeing the nuances and the context as well than AI is.
We discuss about sports as like, let's say it's about boxing or football, where despite the fact you have strong rules, there are situations where a player can be harmed and injured, especially the boxing. So in that case, a referee need to have the presence of mind, need to understand that despite having the rules, you have to stop the game then and there. Machine won't understand that because you have functioned it to stop it when there's some problem or issue, but it won't understand the human intellect and emotions.
We moved on to like morality, like where it wouldn't really be ethical, like being a judge, being a lawyer, anything like that would like put you in like not a life or death scenario, but change your life in a certain way. I feel like for smaller things there should be refs for, and like they're like for like like more of like a close-up or like more of like a morality thing. It just depends.
I do think that maybe using some kind of hybrid, again dependent on the sport in itself and the nature of the competition, but could be handy because humans are going to have biases, so to have real-time data is better and more precise, but AI can also be biased. There can also be glitches and technical issues as well. I wish you an amazing time during your half term, whether you're traveling or seeing friends, family, or just resting, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care.